Yo, nephew, hand me that bar stool. You know what it is, and for what it's worth. You can catch me on the best corner 21st. Prime time, shine time, always in the game, never ever on the sideline. You know what it is, and for what it's worth. You can catch me on the best corner 21st. Prime time, shine time, always in the game, never ever on the sideline. Fresh and clean.
Welcome to 21st in Prime. My man Jamie Dukes, sponsored by Heineken 0069 calories, zero alcohol is what does it for me.
I can tell it does it for you, man. I'm liking what I'm seeing. That's all I can. I mean, your face is like
I'm leaning mean, unshaved.
Face, yeah. And, yeah. So when you're out fishing, so do you have the holster yet? The Heineken 00 holster?
No, I don't.
You got to get. You know what you can do though. Best thing to do is get you one of those. You know, like remember back in the day, you used to wear the tool belt around the waist. Mm-hmm. Get you a tool belt. That way you can have the lures and all that. And put the Heineken 00 in one.
Yeah, I got a lot going on when I'm fishing. I can't have anything on my waist or hips to distract me like that. But I'm on a pontoon boat mostly, so I got all kind of room and space to make sure the beverages are cool.
In one of the whole, yeah. So you probably have so like when you get on the boat, are they like all the cup holders equipped with a Heineken 00?
Yeah, we're full. And I tell you what, my aunt Scooty came. I don't know if you saw it on my Instagram. She came and she declared that she ain't throwing nothing back. So she took a plethora of bluegill, and then she had the audacity to fry them up and send me the pictures of them being fried.
Man, I miss Scooty. I miss her. Hey, Coach, your coach, Coach Ron Rivera. COVID, he had a couple of players again go down. So I think they've got 6 players, the WFT, the Washington football team. I just keep wanting to call them the Redskins, so I caught it that time. 6 players down. But what he said that was very interesting this time was because, his bout with cancer. So he has what's considered an autoimmune disorder as a result of his immune system being compromised from dealing with the cancer. And he challenged the players to, for his benefit, consider taking the vaccine. Did he go too far, sir?
No, not whatsoever. First of all, he's looking out for his team, and it's okay to look out for yourself.
Sure.
I'm challenging my guys to do so as well. I would love for 100% of these guys to be vaccinated, but if some choose not to, I understand. But as we said before, there will be consequences, because if you miss a couple games due to the COVID related instances, you may lose your job, man. You may lose your opportunity. Losing your job means losing your opportunity. And that's going to be tremendous. Like the little gymnast that didn't participate because of the mental health.
Yes.
And one of the other participants won a gold. She maximized the moment. Someone else is almost like next man, the next woman up. They maximize the moment. So these guys got to understand. First of all, we don't wish that on anybody. This disease, I don't know if we call it the disease. This pandemic has really taken out a lot of persons, and we just want these guys to be safe and sound. That's all.
So for you and what has changed now? You're seasoned with COVID. Has anything changed from that last season to this season, from where you are and your team? What are some of the
people are taking it much more serious, and they know it can really circulate through your team expeditiously, and you'll miss time that you can't regain, and someone else may get that opportunity that I just mentioned. But we're really, not that we didn't. Everything is of a serious nature when it comes to protocol and dealing with COVID. It's really serious.
Coach, you used the word that you violated a protocol, Coach. I don't know if you knew this or not last week. Because the protocol that you violated was the dare to dream to say, why not Jackson State filling that void, or for the Big 12 or whatever conference is, because OU, or I guess OU is leaving
in Texas,
or Texas is leaving, and
Texas and OU are leaving.
Yeah, but everybody was talking about Deion Sanders, talking about Jackson State possibly coming over.
I just said I wanted a conversation. I just want to have a conversation with the Big 12. First and foremost, let's make this certain. Texas and OU are leaving and going into the SEC for financial reasons. That unbelievable. I believe that this is correct. You can Google it. Every team in the SEC during the COVID season received upwards to 23, 25 million.
That's correct.
Therefore, just say you're at half of that in the Big 12. You know what that type of budget would do for Jackson State? Do you understand what that would do for a university like ours? It's a game changer. And I want to have that conversation. I just want to know the what ifs, the frequently asked questions. I want answers, and I want to understand how this works. That's all.
Yeah, because it's so fun. I was taken aback by, I guess you're such the lightning rod that people don't understand. At the end of the day, you believe and you're a dreamer, and there's no and again, and they couldn't make it. And you are thinking
outside the box.
Yes. Yeah. Well, but even that thought process to me is not outside the box, because 8 teams have gone from FCS up. Nobody's, Appalachian State did it. Other teams have done it. It's nothing that couldn't be done, but it just seems like it tickles me that when Deion Lewin Sanders says it, that there is, wow.
Like, why not? I'm just saying, why not? Because I think Jackson State been in the SWAC for a multitude of years. And where art thou?
Speaking of why not, well, I'll take either one of them. Why not or where art thou? KD showed up at the Olympics.
KD always shows up.
No, but he showed up and he showed up. He wasn't there, he showed up.
Well, he was a little off the first couple games, but KD always shows up now.
Yeah. What are you thinking is going to happen?
What, the Olympics?
Yeah.
These guys, they got to want that thing, man. I'm not saying that they don't, but if you lined up 12, probably 7 or 8 of them really want that thing. The others are just...
Can they win with the 7, coach? That's really more, I guess, what I'm trying to get. Can they win?
They can, but they're going to have to fight. It's going to be a fight. They're going to have to fight.
Something happened, and I just want to jump around here. We're going to be here long today. Coach, remember we were talking about COVID, and we used the phrase, me, you, and Ron were talking about the scarlet letter. And this A that's where it really started from. And now with COVID, I guess we got to get the scarlet C. Well, the NFL did something that really kind of, well, I'll say it this way. They want all of the players who had vaccinations to wear a wristband. Okay, I'm good with that. I'm good with if you want to identify the people with a wristband.
I like that.
But why do I have to wear a yellow band because I don't have my vaccination shot? Why can't, because I don't have a band that that I haven't been vaccinated? Why can't that be it? I just don't like the fact that they're trying to make players wear another band like you're a second-class citizen.
They're not saying you're a second-class citizen. They're just trying to identify you.
They can identify because I don't have a band on.
No, they're just trying to identify you.
They're trying to humiliate you, coach.
No, they're not trying to humiliate you. If you have a band on, some guys may choose to cut a band off. See, now you're going to have to implement a fine. You're going to implement a fine if I give you a band and you choose not to wear your band. So now I got to
fine them. But why do I have to wear a loser band? Why do I have to wear the loser band?
That says that I need to put my mask on when you come around me.
I don't have the band. That tells you don't have to.
That's you did not get vaccinated. Therefore, I got to be careful around you. So that's why you wearing a band.
Because I don't have a band tells you the same thing.
Yeah, no, that just like when we were with the Falcons, we had homie of the week. The shirt was pink. The shirt was pink, and it said, "I'm wearing this shirt because I was homie of the week because I didn't hit nobody. I didn't tackle nobody."
And it was designed.
We knew that, but we made them wear a shirt so everybody can identify that's who he is.
Because the point was you designed it to humiliate the person, so they wouldn't.
We don't want to humiliate. We want to identify. We want to identify the whole. Okay, so what did you do when somebody was reluctant to make a tackle? What signal did you give them while you were on the sideline? So what was that signal? That means I'm identifying you, and I want you to know that I know what you just did.
But Joe, how we're going to find out later on in the meeting on Sunday or Monday when we watched.
We watched the film. We watched the team film and all the nominations for Homie of the Week. The guy that was scared to get it in there and mix it up. Well, somebody nominated them, and we slowed down the play and ran it back and forth and back and forth. Then we had a vote. And that's how it was discovered that this guy won Homie of the Week.
Speaking of Homie of the Week, boy, it's like Groundhog Day.
You were playing on Homie the Clown. That's what it was. Yeah.
Oh, you saying people don't remember Homie the Clown? Is that what you're saying?
No, I want to make sure people understand what we're saying when we said Homie.
Well, I wasn't referring to this guy as Homie the Clown, even though others may have called him Homie the Clown, as you tell me my segue. Carson Wentz.
Wow.
Hurt again. Hurt again.
I'm praying for him, man.
Hurt again.
I'm praying for him.
Hurt again.
I am. I really am. Because he's been injured
every year.
No, in college as well.
That's what I'm saying. Every year. That's correct.
That was the rap. I'm praying that this isn't. How bad is it? Have they diagnosed it?
So he went to see, who was the guy that worked on your toe? What was his name? Dr.
It's one in Carolina, and it's the one I went to, ultimately, I went to both of them. One told me I'd never play again, and I went to the guy in New York, Dr. Hamilton, which was unbelievable. He does a lot of ballerinas. He's a toe specialist.
Because I thought he went to one of your doctors. I remember the name, and I don't have the article in front of me.
One guy's in Carolina.
Yeah, he went to that doctor. So apparently they're going to have. So I don't know whether it's a tendon issue, and I don't know if they've still released it to this point what it is. But they're saying he's going to miss some significant time, but the season's not over. And
well, you can't, as a quarterback. What's significant time? Because the season is right upon us.
No. So that's why they're not. The way I'm kind of reading between the lines, because there's nothing that I've seen again that's official. There might be more updated between now and the time this airs. But the point of it is he's supposed to be out. It could be end of the year, some scenario like that.
I hope that's not the case.
But it's supposedly what they're saying is they believe the rumors are that based on the injury, which I hadn't seen what it is, the indication was clearly it's 12, 13, 14 week situation.
I'm pretty sure they protected themselves for future because you had to know something like this could possibly happen based on his past. I'm praying for that dude, man. It's just injury after injury. I really am. And they had to kind of figure out this would possibly happen. The backup better be ready. Whoever the backup is.
Boy, I mean, it just seems like he can't seem to grab a break. You know, other stories around the NFL. There's a. I don't know how to.
Just say it, dog.
I'm just saying, but there's expectation. People get fooled all the time. So New York Jets, they got a young quarterback. Okay, so he's not having a couple of good days at practice. So now all of a sudden, people having bias. They're talking about. Not understanding a rookie quarterback is going to be a rookie quarterback.
Right.
No matter what you do, a rookie quarterback is going to be a rookie quarterback.
They could get Peyton Manning broke an NFL rookie record of interceptions, and he turned out to be Peyton Manning. Rookies are going to be rookies, especially when the team is not at that level as well. Rookies are going to be rookies. But the rookie first, if you plan on starting, you just got to sit back and take the bumps and bruises.
Well, you would think that, but we're too fast forward. We're too fast food, is what I'm saying. We can't remember 8-10 years ago. Not to mention, I guess it's been almost 20 years. I guess for Peyton, it'll be 20 years.
Right. Exactly. At least.
Yeah, and so there's no one who has that point of reference to remember those things. But when you look at, and I want to talk about either one of the New York teams specifically, is which one of those teams do you think is in better shape, if at all? Do you see anything happen, or is New York still?
The Giants are in better shape because Saquon Barkley's back,
Mhm.
healthy. I think they shored up the line a little bit. Jason Garrett, offensive coordinator, who I just spoke to a week ago, has a better grasp on that offense and what they're capable of doing. Defensively, I think they came on
Wait,
late.
are you saying Jason Garrett's just learning the offense, Coach?
No, he had a better grasp on personnel. Now, when you plan on being heavily run-oriented and your star goes down, now you got to rely on a quarterback who is okay. Okay, that was a tremendous change for them. Now you got all those weapons back.
Do they pull Eli out of the role as vice president of community relations or whatever he's doing? Do you see them pulling Eli out of the booth by the end of the year?
I didn't know Eli was in that role.
Yeah, he took a role with the organization a couple of weeks ago as, I think Emmett may have that role and Mike may have that role with the Cowboys a little bit. I'm not sure. There's that. I mean, Emmett's not because he's an entrepreneur. No, he's not.
You mean they getting the check, bro? It's getting the check.
Yeah. He'll be a part of the team, be a part of the
get a check, bro. Well, we got sponsors coming. I need you to go take these sponsors and sit in the booth with these guys and make them feel good. That's that role.
Now, speaking of sit in the booth, I got to tip my hat to the Manning boys. Okay. Did you see the gangster move they made last week with they're going to be Eli and Peyton, and I guess I'm assuming somebody else are going to have a different Monday Night Football feed, and they'll be on one of the ESPN channels, Eli and Peyton doing color in a different type of environment. And so Peyton's media production team has put this second feed together. And so to me, one of the things I don't think people give Peyton Manning credit for enough, you, Shaq, the entrepreneur, Peyton might have 100, I don't know, he might have 100 Papa Johns or whatever from an entrepreneurial perspective. But this is a heck of a play because now, and again, this is done through Peyton's media company. They've got their own feed on Monday night. Well, what do you think they're going to do?
This is phenomenal. First and foremost, I don't believe they're the first one to thought of this because really, this is what it should be. And I'm proud of them. I'm happy for them. Let me choose my announcers. Give me a feed. Let me choose my announcers. I would love to give me somebody that can get me on course and get me Snoop and somebody else to do play-by-play, man. And I want to hear it like we hear it when we're at the crib. I want to hear it like that. Give me Steve Harvey, Snoop, Mike Epps, man, get me something like that.
Could you imagine Steve Harvey doing play-by-play?
That's what I'm saying.
Oh man,
give me that. Give me Steve Harvey and Snoop. I'm good. I'm straight. Leave me alone. And don't even go to commercial. Let them talk through the commercial. That's what I feel like we should be able to choose. We can choose everything else. Let me choose who I want to hear from for the game. Because I want you to tell me how it really is for the game. Quit sugarcoating and playing favorites. Tell me how it's really going down in the game. The way I want to hear it.
I'm more fascinated by the business transaction that took place.
True.
Because I'm curious as to, obviously now ESPN is splitting its feed, so to speak. I could see a scenario where the Monday Night Crew, as is, who I like, I like the chemistry of them. I like it. But at the same time, you're going up against star power. Now, going up against star power means therefore.
I'm not crazy about the Monday Night Crew because I think Booger McFarland was excellent.
Yeah.
I think he was excellent.
I do too, but in that, I do.
He's not on that. He's not on that.
Hey, decisions made. I worked at NFL Network for 10 years. I probably still should have been there just skill wise, but those decisions are made.
Yeah.
How they're made, for why they're made. I've been a party to the Booger decision. You know that firsthand. So, but to that end though, the crew, last year's crew, Love, Greasy, and a homeboy, and our former teammate, and it all worked, But again, now I see that crew as dead man walking, because As ratings go,
No, I don't. Because it's one thing to think that someone can really do that. Then it's another thing to be. See, nowadays, Jamie, you just can't be informative and know the game. You got to be informative and entertaining simultaneously.
but Peyton's got that sense.
You haven't heard that for 2 hours straight.
Well, here's my thing is one thing I know about that guy right there. This one thing I know. I've heard him enough in games. I've heard him do enough to where I know he would be fine by himself as an analyst. I've seen enough of Peyton in the booth to know that. But what I see a mastermind working, and I don't know what the end game is, but I see him working his jelly. Because remember, Peyton turned down 20. He turned down 20 to do this.
It's a lot of work.
Well, no, but he's doing it now. But now he's doing it through his production company.
Not like that. And sometimes you want to do it the way you want to do it because you're not chasing. Tate ain't chasing no dogs, man.
But that's why you're doing it.
He has options. See, when you have options, you pick and choose what you want to do. You don't have to do anything. That's what options are. He has options. I'm happy for him. I think he's brilliant. I like him. I love me some Eli. First and foremost, you know that. But let's just see how it plays out.
But the point being, you know how it is with ratings, okay? And you know the ratings business. There's no scenario, in my opinion, where I'm not saying they're not going to overcome the big feed because people are just going to dial in ESPN because they're going to dial in ESPN and then ESPN 5, 6, or 7, wherever they're going to put them on, maybe on the Deuce, I don't know. But it's a lesser distributed feed. But still, I believe that feed is going to impact the current crew.
What should happen? You should be able to choose your announcers. There should be a selection of 3 different announcer teams. And I want Snoop and Steve Harvey and Mike Evans. That's who I want. No, I take that back. I want Samuel Jackson in there too. I want Samuel Jackson, Snoop, and Steve Harvey.
So then this would have to definitely be the cable feed, right?
And?
No. I'm just making sure. We're just making sure.
You say what you want on TV now. Nowadays, you watch regular TV, everybody cussing. Everybody cussing. On a regular network show. I'm watching a regular network show, one of the big 3 initials. And I'm like, did they just say what I thought they just said? Like, it ain't like it used to be, James. Back in the day we came up.
Speaking of not like it used to be, the Olympic ratings are down significantly for the first time. And I'm just, not that you would know or I would know. I'm just curious in your thoughts as to,
Jamie,
what
everybody's here. Mm-hmm. Nobody's there. Everybody's here. That's where the action is right here.
But are they here looking at the highlights now? Is what you're saying, and not the long programming? Is that that's so? So now we're highlights snippet. Yeah. Give it to me, data through the phone.
Yes. That's where people are. It's not just the Olympics highlights. I'm sorry, not the Olympics broadcast. Sure. NBA was down. Everything has been down. All network shows are down. No one's lighting it up because everyone is here now.
Okay, so they're here doing what then? Let me ask that question. What are they here doing?
They're on Instagram. They're on TikTok. They're on Twitter. They're on Facebook. They're everywhere. They're playing games. They're doing everything they desire to do. That's where they are now.
So where we are, then you're saying is you see a scenario where long form watching anything is pretty much die with COVID.
Yes, unless it's a game. Unless it's an NFL game. NFL. I don't see NFL down. The last time I think we were really down was when we had all the kneeling and taking the knee controversy and whatever, and people were pulling out all different type of reasons. But we stay up. I'm pretty sure we're not where we once were, but amongst other sports, we're up.
Speaking of up, Coach, Cam is up. Bill Belichick says, what?
Why are you saying Cam is up? What do you mean? He's done? What does up mean to you?
Up means Bill Belichick has said Cam Newton is our starter.
What do you mean?
What?
Why is this news?
It's news because he's the starter. We didn't know who the starter was because they drafted a quarterback in the first round. That's all.
And you think, first of all, Bill Belichick is trying to win it all. Not trying to win some. He's not a college trying to get a national ranking. He's trying to win it all. So he's going to go with the guy he feels as though could get him to that point. And right now, that's Cam.
All day. I was just making.
Why is it news?
Because it was in the news just the other day that it was clear, it was established.
Yeah, a lot of other things was in the news. You didn't choose that. You chose this.
This is
why is that news to you?
It wasn't news. I was bringing it to the table that it is news to me, though. It is news to me because I'm glad to hear, because I didn't know for sure that he was going to be the starter and what was going to happen.
Why wouldn't you know for sure that he was going to be the starter?
Because you got Bill in your cell phone. I don't have Bill in my cell phone. He don't call me. Did he ask about me last time you talked? No. He don't talk to me like
what you're insinuating is that you want for sure that Cam.
I wasn't. Of course I wasn't.
Say that.
I just said that. I was glad. It was news because I'm relieved that the compass is set, and I believe that second year in, and I've always said this to people. See, it's very difficult for a quarterback specifically to jump to a new team, jump to a new offense, a new nomenclature.
Hold on, Brady said hi. Go ahead, Tom. I'll hit you right back. Jamie's making a point about a new quarterback that jumped to a new team and is very difficult. I'll hit you back.
Yeah, ask him how the beginning of that started.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, but and the point of it is, it's not very easy to do.
He just texted me and said, "Tell Jamie I want a Super Bowl." Something like that. It said SB. SB means Super Bowl, I think. Go ahead.
Tell him I see him on the boat after the Super Bowl.
You got to stop. You got to. Leave Cam alone, man. Stop.
Why do you think? Because every time I mention Cam, that I'm trying to take a shot when I'm trying to tell you, it's the exact opposite with Cam, with me. I think Cam is a superhero. I think Cam has a unique place in history that because of the hair, people won't give him credit in the suits and the short suit. I don't blame him with the short suit, though. I can see why the short suit, they wouldn't give him credit for any of that. But anyway, waste of taxpayer money or not. All right. The CDC paid the NFL Alumni Association coach $3.5 million to promote vaccines amongst the alumni.
I ain't getting none of that. I'm an alumni. I didn't get a call. I would have promoted the heck out of it because I'm fully vaccinated. I didn't get a call. I'm always happy when the NFL alumni are involved with today's game, today's players, and trying to provoke change with today's people. I'm happy when they get a check. I'm always happy.
Coach, I do want to talk to you about so walk us through. You're getting ready to go back to Jackson.
Yep.
Football season starting. So let's kind of go down. Help me understand what's going to happen over the next couple of months. I know you're coming down here to South Florida. I got that piece.
Yeah, we report tomorrow. Matter of fact, meetings like crazy, testing, information, very informative type of things that's taking place. All the department heads get a chance to articulate themselves of expectation to our kids. What we will and we won't tolerate. Coaches get on point and let them know what their expectations are. Then I culminate it all with my let's go do what we do. The next day we're on. We're out there. We get it. We getting it in.
So timeline. So date start. So August
3rd. Well, we report the 2nd. We're starting practicing on the 3rd. We play on the 5th in Miami. In the Orange Blossom Classic versus FAMU.
September 5th.
Yes.
Now, so offense, we're running Jackson State. We're a spread.
Wide open offense, man. We go get it. The key is get the ball in the hands of the playmakers, man. That's it. Ain't nothing difficult about that. Get the ball in the hands of the playmakers. The thing about things you're going to see, Jamie, is a very different team. Personnel is totally different. From the spring, it may be one guy, two at the most, that's probably going to start offensively from the spring. It may
one of those guys.
He's going to have to fight. He's going to fight. That's how the upgrade has been. He's going to fight. Defensively, maybe 2, 3 at the most. 3 at the most guys that are probably starting from the spring. It's a competition at every.
They were all on the back end. Were those guys all on the back end and outside?
Outside guys.
There was only 3 guys. You said so. I'm saying I know you had a linebacker or something like that outside. Somebody was wrestling.
Yeah. All linebackers are fighting for a job right now.
Okay.
And
you had 2 corners.
One of them fighting for a job.
Okay.
Yeah.
And who is the other rock that's in there? There's 3 guys. I'm trying to figure out. Give me a position. There's a guy I know. One corner's in.
I'm going to venture out to say 2 guys.
So 2 corners starting and 1 outside.
No. Maybe. I mean, it's a fight, Jamie. I'm not lying. It's a fight for every position right now. Even the kickers. It's a fight in the kicking game. The long snappers. Every position, there's going to be competition. Right now, starting on the 3rd, it's going to be competition.
Before we get out of here, Coach, Kyler Murray of the Arizona Cardinals, the team, they embrace or like the notion of Kyler Murray having input on personnel. So thought process question 1 would be, has he earned it? Would be my first question to you, sir.
That's tough because I'm outside.
You answered that. Okay, let's move on to the next question. You answered.
No, but you know what I'm saying. Like,
I do know what you're saying.
That's Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, those guys.
But that's what it leads into.
What they're trying to do is trying to say, you know what, we're not going to hit this hurdle that they hit, so we're going to try to start this now. No, man, you ain't ready for that. You're not ready for that.
But I think that's what one of the other questions that was a sidebar to. Do you like the notion that they are somewhat being preemptive with the circumstance?
Yes, but not smart. Okay. Don't just do stuff to do it because it looks good. Do it because it's genuine.
Well, I believe I'm outside. So for clarity, I'm outside. But what I saw when you think about, okay, you got a young coach, you have a different kind of thinking GM, and they're embracing, because I mean, the kid is not coming there trying to pick defensive lineman. That's not what I'm trying to allude that he's trying to do. But he is having conversation with him about certain things and pieces he would like to try to help him be better.
What? You got 2 during all-pro receivers. Like what? Lineman? You don't study that enough to understand that lineman from this team, from that team. You don't know this stuff enough for that. And that comes with time, man. Like at the beginning of my career, I wasn't ready to say, hey man, go get me that corner. Don't go get me that pass. I wasn't ready for that until I matured. Probably several years down the road, I started understanding personnel and how vital it was. But no, in the first few years, man, you out there having a ball. You out there just doing your thing, trying to be who you're supposed to be. No, that's just fluff. I don't like that.
17 years in, so how does that translate into the Rodgers situation? How you see this thing all playing out now?
That was real. I'll tell you what, Aaron put it down, man. I was proud of him. He put it down. He stood for his teammates. He stood for certain guys in the NFL. He stood up to a lot of the bull junk that's been going on for years. And I'm proud of him. I mean, also, he wanted some more money.
No elaborate. I mean,
he wanted some more money as well.
But they offered him that before, but it was.
I don't know if that is true. I don't know how much of that is true because you're going to do all that, and then at the 9th hour, now you're going to come on in because they gave you a new deal. It looks like, we got to pay. If we're not going to do this, we got to get some money.
So my point was, but to the point that you said, I think that he stood on principle because they offered him the money. It's been well reported that he was offered months ago the money piece of it because they wanted to go away because they knew they stepped in it. So the easiest thing for them organizationally to do was to offer him the cheese.
So yeah, someone just pay you to shut up. That's what you're saying. That's
what they were basically trying to do a couple of months back.
He's not that guy. But see, this is my problem. You offering this guy more money, which MVP, he deserves everything he can get. But he already got it. You got an all-pro receiver that wants it, needs it, and deserves it. And you playing games. That's what I don't get. To me, I know he and the quarterback got on the same page and went to Twitter or Instagram and said, our last dance. But won't you hold out a little longer and say, man, I ain't coming in until you pay my boy. That's the last dance. That's the big dance. Matter of fact, that's the double dutch. That's the dance that I want to get. I want to see some of these quarterbacks stand up for their receivers. I want to see that. It behooves me that you're already in the top 3 highest paid already. Then they throw you some more, but you got a receiver who's not even in the top 10 or top 5 in his position. But he's exceeded the level of play, level of his contract. He's exceeded that with his play. That's what I don't get. Fight for your. That's the fight I want you to have. I want that fight.
Speaking of that fight, we're going to fight to get up out of here. That's going to do it for this edition of 21st and Prime. Coach, as always, safe travels. And,
Tom, Jamie said he's sorry. Jamie said he's sorry.
Okay. No, he didn't. It's still hard because it was the GOAT. Only the GOAT could do it. Think about it. Everybody else.
Which is true. All right, big fella.
Safe travels.
God bless you.
You too, my brother.